Since we switched over to Google Classroom instead of Zoom, I'm not exactly sure how to show the DocuCam for you guys. So I'm gonna do a few of the problems here on this video, and hopefully you can see it clearly. So the first problem, this is a linear pair because they make a straight line when you add them together. So when it comes to stating the relationship, you're gonna say this is a linear pair. And then to solve for this variable for b, you know that linear pairs add up to 180 degrees. So you can make an equation that's b plus 50 equals that 180. And then you're going to solve this. So we're going to use the subtraction property to subtract 50 from both sides. I'm going to go ahead and put that over here on the side. Subtraction property. I put the t so I don't get confused with substitution. And then when I subtract 50, left side I have b, and on the right side I have 130. That means that I have my answer for number 1. If I was doing something like number 3, this one is all of the angles add up to 360 degrees. That's not really vertical angles, that's not linear pair, that's not complementary. So when it comes to the relationship, there really isn't one here. What we're going to do is still set up the problem, but for the relationship, no relationship. And then we do know that all the way around is 360 degrees. We're going to write an equation out. B plus 96 plus 209 is supposed to equal 360 degrees. First step, we're going to combine these two. So when we combine them, we're going to get b plus 96 and 209 is 305. And that equals 360. So what we did in this step was we combined like terms. You can put CLT for that. And then you need to move this 305 to the other side. We're going to subtract it. So that's subtraction property. Subtract 305. You get b equals 360 minus 305 is 55. And there we go. So this was the subtraction property right here on this step. Okay. So I'm putting which property it is, because that's going to be important later on, so it's good practice. Over here, I put this subtraction property, good practice. Also knowing this was linear pair, that's how I knew to set it up, good practice. So that's how you're going to work out that first page. And then for the second page, the back side of it, this is all segment addition postulate. That's why I'm not asking you to write down which property are you using or which postulate. But you have to know that on this problem, this all the way across is 10. And the right side from G to F is 1. You have to know to set up that problem is going to be like, if this is X right here, you'd be saying X and 1 is supposed to make 10. And you'd just be subtracting using the subtraction property. And you get X equals 9 for this first problem. So that's subtraction property right there. If it's something like number 15, 15 has 3 different sections. This would still be the segment addition postulate. So you would still go all 3 of these together, add up to the 26. So if I call this X over here, because that's the one I care about, I'd go the 9 and the 11 and the X all together give me 26. I would combine like terms for the first step. So this first step, I'd get 20 plus X equals 26. I combined like terms for that. Then subtracting 20 from both sides, that's subtraction property. And I got 26 minus 20 is 6. And that was the subtraction property. That's what I did to get there. And then that means that the question KL, I'd go, okay, well, KL has to be what X was, because I'm the one who put the variable of X. So I'm going to go back and say it's KL. So that's how you're going to work out this side. And then on the very bottom, there's one more example. And well, there's two more examples, but the one I'm going to do, this one does not have a drawing. Remember, if it doesn't have a drawing, you can make your own, do a little diagram. So if it says A, B, and C are collinear, we're going to draw a little segment right here. A, it says B is between A and C, so B and C. And it doesn't really matter where we put it. This is just to keep our information organized. So it says AB is 16, so this side only, that's 16. Then it says BC is 12, so the right side, that's 12. And the question's asking for AC all the way across. You have to recognize that these are the two small parts. They're going to add together with the segment addition postulate. And you go, okay, well then this has to be 16 plus 12. So that's 28. So that's what you're expected to do on this assignment. And it's to try to get you guys ready for not just solving things like this, but also explaining why. That's kind of what this chapter is all about. So on the front side, it's all about angles. On the back side, it's all about the segments. Good luck.